Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Twins by Jobo, and here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill the grid with the digits 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or box. Digits on between lines must be between the digits in the attached circle. So these are called between lines, and they must be. So these three digits must be essentially between the two digits that are on the ends of these lines. So as an example, you could have something like 1 and 9 here, and these digits could be something like 2, 5, or 2, or whatever, something along those lines. Because 2, 5, and 2 are between 1 and 9, this works as a between line, right? So again, these three digits must, on the between line, must be between the two digits that are in the circles surrounding the line. And that's how between lines work. We also have digits in a quadruple clue must all appear in the four surrounding cells. And these are all double pairs, so like they're all twins. So that's saying there must be two twos in the four surrounding cells of this quad. So you could have a 2 here or 2 here, or it could be a 2 here or a 2 here. And that's how quadruple clues works, or quad circles, some people call them. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, the first thing that pops to me is the 1-1 pair and the 9-9, I guess twin, maybe we should call them twins. The 1-1 twin and the 9-9 twin in these quad circles. 1 and 9 can never be in a between circle. And the reason why you know that is what digit can 1 be between? What digits can 1 be between in normal Sudoku? 1 is the lowest, so it can't be between any other digits with any digit, right? It would have to be between something like 0 and another digit. But that's not possible in normal Sudoku. So this can never be 1. This can never be 9. Thus, we know where the 1 has to be here. 1 has to be in one of these two cells, right? Because you can't have repeats in columns. And 1 has to be in one of these two cells because you can't have repeats in columns. So this must be a 1, which means this can't be 1. So therefore, this is a 1. This must be a 9. So this can't be 9, right? Interesting enough. So this digit can never be 1 or 9. Well, that means this is at most a 2 or an 8. Sorry, at the extreme, they're 2 or 8. That's not the most. um, well, can an 8 ever be on a between line that ends in 2 or 8? I guess it could, actually. Huh. Um, so similarly here, we have another 9-9 twin, which cannot be on the between line because 9 can never be on a between line because it's the same problem, right? So I identified 1. What can 9 be in between in a normal Sudoku? You would have potentially 10 and something, but that doesn't work because 10 and above are not digits. So 9 can never be here. So 9 must be here, which makes this a 9. Because you have to have two 9s in the four surrounding cells around a quad clue here. Okay. So this cannot be 9, and this cannot be 9. Can 8 ever be between two digits, that does not include a 9 in normal Sudoku. No, because of the same problem that you have for nines, right? Nines have to be between something and something greater than 9, which is 10, which is not in normal Sudoku. An 8 has to be essentially between something and a 9 in normal Sudoku, and neither of these cells can be 9. So therefore 8 cannot be here. 8 has to be here, which means this can't be 8, so this must be 8. That means neither of these can be 8 either. Um, hmm. Do we have anything else here? 2 can be on an in-between line, on a between line here, if this is a 1. And that's possible now. The 9s are not possible because of these 9 quad clues. Where is the 9 in this box here? Or actually row 3. That's probably easier. Cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here, so it must be one of these two digits. Where's the 9 in column 5? Can't be here, can't be here, it can't be here, so it must be one of these two. Okay, so around this quad clue, we know there has to be 2 here or 2 here, right? Which means there cannot be a 2 in the rest of row 8 and 9 and columns 3 and 4. Similarly, there's a 2 here and here or here and here, which means there cannot be a 2 in rows 6 and 7 and in columns 8 and 9. And then we have another 2 twins here, which means there cannot be a 2 in rows 3 and 4 and in columns 6 and 7. Where are the rest of the 2's then? They have to be rows 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 5, and columns 1, 2, and 5. So the remaining 2's have to be one of these two, one of these two, one of these two, or this cell. Okay. And the reason why we know that is because we have 2 2's in these columns, which eliminates 2 from the rest of the column. We have 2 2's in these rows, which eliminates 2's in the rest of the rows, right? Because you can only have 1 2 per row, and we have 2 2's here, so therefore you can't have any 2's in the rest of the rows or columns. Okay, what does that mean? I'm not really sure. um, hmm. I will say I'm not very good with quads, so I don't really understand the implications a lot of times that the quads give. But seems fairly straightforward. I'm also not very good with between lines. I thought this would be a good introduction to between lines because they're not they're not uncommon, but they're not like used a lot either. But it's good to know about these, right? Um, Hmm. 2 can be here, but only as long as there's a 1 there. Okay. So the 2 set here around this twin, it's either here, or it's here or here. If it's here and here, that means this can never be a 2. These 2 can never be 2s. But if it's here, obviously it can't be in a between line either, right? Because the 2 cannot be between a 2 and something else. It has to be something less than a 2, which is a 1, and something higher than a 2. So either way, if this is a 2, this can't be 2. If this is a 2, this can't be 2. Therefore, this can never be a 2. Well, where is the 2 in row 1? It has to be one of these 2 cells, which means it cannot be here. Now, we have only one possibility for a 2 in row 2 also. It has to be here. So since this is a 2, this cannot be a 2, which means these 2 also, these have to be a 2 here. Okay, so that's where so this must be a 2, which makes that a 2. This 2 says there has to be a 1 on one of the circles on the end. It cannot be here, so this must be a 1. This can't be a 2 anymore. Therefore, one of these 2 digits is a 2. This must be greater than 2. But that's like all the digits. So that's besides 1, 8, and 9. This is a 1. One of these 2 digits is a 2. That's fine. This cannot be a 2 or a 1. So it has to be at least 3 here. At least 3 here, which means this is at least 4. So this is 4 through 7. We don't know what this is. So what's on here then? It cannot be anything greater than 7. So it has to be 3 through 6. This is 3 through 6. But it cannot be 6 here because we have a twin 6 here, which eliminates 6 from the rest of the rows in row 3 and 4. So these can't be 6. So this can't be 6 either because we have twin 6s here in column 6 and 7. So it's 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. This can't be 3 because of the twin 3s in column 6 and 7. Between lines could be anything, really. This can't be 9. This is 8 at most, which makes these... So what are these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obviously, these can't be 2. This can't be a 3 because of the twin 3s here. This can't be a 7, and this can't be a 7 because of the twin 7s here. This is, again, cannot be 3 because of the twin 3s. So this is also 4 through 8. This cannot be a 5 because of the twin 5s in the column. This can't be a 6 because of the twin 6 in the rows. Wait, yeah, this can't be 3, so it's 4. What about these digits? So this must be 3 through 7. These must be 3 through 7 because of the 1, 2, 8, and 9 can't be here. This Oh, interesting. This must be... It could technically... Well, okay, can't be 1 ever. Can't be 2, can't be 8 or 9. So this is 3 through 7 also here. Interesting. These two cannot be 5 because of the twin 5s in the rows. This can't be 6 because of the twin 6s in the rows. This can't be 7 because of the twin 7s in the rows. Actually, what can this digit be? Can't be 1, can't be 8 or 9. Could be technically 2 through 7. But 7 and 6 are not allowed because of the twin 7s and the twin 6s in the column. This looks like, actually, this does have to be smaller than this digit. If you have 5 here and 4 here, there's nothing in between there. So this has to be a smaller digit. So this cannot be 5. This cannot be 4 then, for the same reason. Even if this could be 5, 6, or... Actually, this could be 4. This cannot be 5, though, because this is always smaller than this. Except for if it's 5 and 4. And then there's nothing that can be in between. So this is 2, 3, or 4. This is still 4, 5, 6, or 7. What about these digits? What can these digits be? You can't have a 2. You can't have 8 or 9. So this must be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These can't be 8. This can't be 8 actually either, because this is at most an 8. This is also smaller than this digit. Well, this can never be a 2, because 2 has to be between 1 and something else, and this can't be 1, right? Because this is always a 1. This has to be greater than it, so this can't be 1, and this can't be 1 because of that one. So this can never be 2, which makes this a 2, which means this can't be 2 here, which makes that a 2. These are the digits 3 through 7, but this can't be 7 because this cannot be 7 because of the 7 twins in the row. This can't be 3 because of the 3 twins in the row. This can't be, these two can't be 6 because of the 6 twins in this row. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. This is 4 or 5. It cannot be 3. So this has to be greater than that because it's between a 1 and whatever that digit is. So this is 5, 6, or 7. This does have to be 5, 6, or 7. We don't know anything about here. These are both 3s. Ah, the 7s are both here, which means this can, I guess this could be 7. No, it cannot. These 7s appear in this box and this box. So the rest of this column cannot contain a 7. So 7 does have to be either here or here. That's actually interesting. Okay, so 6s have to appear. There we go. 6 has to appear in this box here, because one of these two is a 6, and this box. Well, where is the 6 in column 3? It can't be any of these, because the 6 is in this twin. Can't be here, because there must be a 6 in one of these twins. So this must be a 6, which means this can't be 6 here. That was pretty interesting usage of the twins. 7 has to be one of these two. Similarly, the 3 has to be one of these 3 cells here because of the 3-3 twin here. What else do we have? So, okay, this one of these two must be a 9, and the other one has to be a 6. So this becomes a 6-9 pair here. This, however, we don't know. The rest of column 3 has to contain 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. But this can't be 1. This can't be 1. Where? Because this can't be 1 because of this one. This can't be 1 because of this one, so this must be a 1. Where is the 5 and 5 then? The 5 has to be here and here. Because of that, this has to be greater than 5, so this must be 6 or 7 here. We have a 5, 5 in these two rows, so 5 has to be one of these, and 1 has to be one of those also, right? Because we have a 1 and a 1 here. So 5 must be here, 3 must be here because of the 3-3 twin. This 5-5 twin limits things there. Four and 5 still works here. What else do we have here? This has to be greater. Okay, this has to be greater than at least a 4. So this cannot be 4. This has to be at least 5, 7, or 8 here. If this is not 5, we know a 3 has to be one of these two cells. We know 1 has to be here, 1 can't be here. So this cannot be 5. This has to be a 1-3 pair here. So this is a 1-3 pair. Where can the 5 be in column 7? It can only be here. So this is 5, which means this must be greater than 5. So this has to be 7 or 8 here. This can't be 5 because of this 5. We know one of these is 3, so this can't be 3 here. What's the rest of column 7? It has to be 4, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. This can't be 8. That doesn't really help us much, though. One of these is 6. Okay, so this is... Okay. Oh. Yeah, in this 6 twin, where is the 6? In column 7. It has to be here. So this is 6 also, which means this can't be 6 and this can't be 6. These can't be 6 and this can't be 6. Okay. 4, 7, and 8. That's fine. The remaining digits in column 4 are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be 5. This can't be 6. This can't be 7 because of the 7 twins here. This can't be 6 because of the 6 twins here. This is fine. Oh, where's the 1 in this box? Can't be here, can't be on the between lines, can't be 8 or 9, can't be here. So one of these must be a 1. We have a 1 here, one of those two, so one has to be one of those 3 here. One can be one of these 3. That's still wide variety. What about the rest of column 6? It cannot be 2, 6, or 9. So it could be 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8. 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. This cannot be 1. These can't be 3 because of the 3 twins here. But these could be any variety of things. Okay, 6s. 6 cannot be here or here, but it could be any of these. Oh, can't be here because of the 6 twin here. So this must be, one of these two must be a 6. Where is the 6 in row 8? It has to be one of those two. This can no longer be 7, because if it's 7, it can only be between 6 and 7 and whatever's low. This can't be 7 either because of that, which allows us to know where the 7 is in column 3. So this can't be 7. This can't be 7, so this must be a 7 here, which means this can't be 7. This is now a 6, which means this can't be 6, so this is 6. This can no longer be 6 because a 6 can't be between itself and another digit. So this is a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair. We now have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in column 3, which eliminates a 3, 4 pair in the rest of the column. So this must be a 5. This has to be greater, or sorry, less than at least a 4. So this cannot be 4. This has to be 3 at most. This is a 5, which means this cannot be 5. This can't be 5. This is a 6. Okay. We know one of these is a 6, so one of these two must be a 6 then. One of these is a 5, but it could be that one, so that's fine. Ah, this can't be 6 anymore. Where is the 6 around this quad? It has to be here. So this is a 6, which makes this 9, which makes that a 6. Where's the 1 now in this box? It must be here. So this is a 1, which means this, where's the 7 in this quad? It has to be here. So this is a 7, which makes that a 7. This 7 has to be between this digit and that digit, so this can't be a 7 anymore. This must be an 8. This can't be 8. This can no longer be 1. We now have a 4, 5, 7, 8 quadruplet in column 6, which eliminates 4, 5, 7, and 8 in the rest of the column. This can't be 4, 5, or 7, so this must be 3, which makes that 1, which makes that 3. Therefore, this must be a 1, because 4, 5, 7, and 3 now are eliminated, so this is a 1, which means neither of these can be 1, so this must be a 1 here. Well, where's the 3 now in row 7? It has to be here. Since this is a 3, it has to be between these two digits, therefore this must be a 2, so this cannot be 2. This 3 means this has to be, oh, we should have figured that out from the 3, 4 pair, right? One of them is a 3, so this has to be less than that. And therefore, this is a 4. This, we don't know. This could be 4, 5, or 7. We don't know. The rest we probably have to be able to figure out from Sudoku. This can't be 7. It couldn't be anyways. Where are all the ones? Okay, there we go. We have 8 ones. We know where the last one has to be. It has to be here. So this is a 1, which means where's the 9? It has to be here, because there's no other place for it in the central box. The 9s... Okay, so where is the 9 in row 4? It has to be here, because we don't have another place for it. Where... Okay, so one of these two is a 9 then, and one of these two is a 9. This has to be a 4, 5, 7 triplet in this box, but this can't be 5 or 7, so this must be a 4 here, which means this is 5 or 7, and this is 5 or 7 here. The remaining 2 digits here are 2 and 8. That's 2 and 8. This can't be 4. The remaining digits in row or column 5 are 3, 5, and 7. This can't be 7, so this is 3 or 5. That's fine. How about the remaining digits in row 5? They have to be 3, 4, 7, and 8. But this is only 3 or 4 here. 3, 4, 7, 8 works for all of these, unfortunately. This can't be a 2. Therefore, this must be a 2 here. What about the rest of column 2? It has to have 5, 8, and 9. So 5, 8, and 9. This can't be 8 here. This is 5, 8, or 9, but it cannot be 9 here. So this is 5 or 8. The remaining digits here are 3, 5, and 8. That's fine. The remaining digits here... Okay, so this can't be 5 because of the 5, 7 pair in the row. The remaining digits here are 4, 5, and 8. But this can't be 8 here. Okay. The remaining digits here... Well, okay, none of them can be 5. So where's the 5 in row 1? It has to be here. So this is 5, which makes that 8, which makes that a 3. This 5 means this can't be 5, so this is 4. And it can't be 4 or 5 here, so this is 8, 9, and 5. Well, this can no longer be 9. Where is the 9 in this box? It has to be here. So this is 9. Therefore, this is 7. This combination is a 4-6 pair. Okay. This can no longer be 3, so we have a 4-5 pair in this box, which eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the box. This can't be 4, so it's a 7, which makes that 3, which makes that 5, and 7 by normal Sudoku. This can't be 7, so this is 5. This can't be 5, so this is 4, which makes that a 5. This cannot be 4 or 5, so this is 3. This can't be 3 or 4, so this must be 7. That makes this a 4, which means none of these could be 4. And this can't be 7, so this must be 8, which makes that a 7. This can't be 7 or 4. This can't be 4. This can't be 4, so this must be 3, which makes that a 4. And this can't be 4 or 7, so this must be 8, which makes that a 3. This 3 means this has to be a 2. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is 8, which makes that a 2. This can't be 5 or 8, so this is 4. The last remaining digit is an 8 in row 6. The last 2 digits here are 3 and 4. This can't be 3 because of that 3, so this is 4, 3. We have 6 and 7. We celebrate the 3 in the corner because we know we're close to done. This can't be 7, so this must be 6, which makes that 7. This can't be 6 because of that 6, so that's a 4, and that must be a 6. And that's the solve. Yeah, it took me a little longer. I'm not usually good with quads and between lines, actually, but I thought this would be a good introduction for you guys because it's good to know these different rule sets and so that you can do a variety of variant Sudokus. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.